Okay, so I have another reason to hate the Yankees now because
Yeah, they suck.
Cal Raleigh did not win the MVP. And I'm sorry, screw Aaron Judge, screw the Yankees, screw the baseball writers and their East Coast bias. Cal Raleigh should have won the MVP. Sticking with it. Right? Screw you guys.
Yeah, yeah. That
Damn
was
it.
like the dumper, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the big dumper. Big
Yes.
dumper.
Yes. Telling you. Okay. I don't care. Should have won the MVP.
Hmm.
You guys suck. I hate the East Coast bias and I hate the Yankees even more. So just putting that out there. In case it wasn't already clear how much I've always hated the Yankees. Now I hate the Yankees more. Like we're just dialing it up. Just reasons to hate the fucking Yankees.
Yeah, I
Stupid
hate
Yankees.
the Yankees. They drink unsweet tea too. And they're saying stuff like pop and stuff instead of soda.
Do they say pop in New York? Is that a New York
I
thing?
don't know.
I have
I
no
have no
idea.
idea. I have no idea.
I don't know if that's actually a New York thing, right?
I don't know.
So in other like upfronts that don't warrant an entire segment, the Avatar 3 runtime is 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
What
Heck yeah.
what's wrong with James Cameron? I I don't even know what to do with that. And I put in the show notes, it better have an intermission. It's confirmed. Does not have an intermission.
Oh. Oh. Hmm. Well, I mean, at least this one, right? Like this one's going to be really good though, right? Because it's live action. Is that right?
Are you just being contrary today, acting like you don't follow anything?
I did not get to eat dinner today.
Oh, see, you have to
Oh,
eat.
cranky.
Yes. But yeah, 3 hours and 15 minutes. And no intermission. I don't know how I'm gonna sit through this thing. Like,
I guess like you can eat your popcorn out of the popcorn bucket and then use your popcorn bucket to go to the bathroom in.
you just seriously. I really don't get what their idea here is. Right? Symbiotically grab with a companion beast you can share a bladder with. Something. So here's the thing. I stick to this, right? I think that if a movie is over 2 hours and 40 minutes, it should have an intermission. That should just be automatic, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, it's just too long to make people. And again, you either like dehydrate yourself before you go into the film, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, you're leaving and you're missing at least 2 or 3 minutes of the movie, right? Plus everybody else who's getting up and getting in front of you and all that other stuff. Like it makes for a worse movie going experience.
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't you throw an intermission in there?
What was that movie theater that we went to see Superman? Which one was that?
That was the Regal.
Yeah. If we go see Avatar 3 there, I would shit myself because as soon as I got home from Superman, because it was so much butter, I was shitting my brains out.
The only reason we went to that one was because that was the only one that had the early screening.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't go to Regal. I don't like Regal, and I stick to that. AMC's stupid, but Regal sucks. So sticking with my AMC. Also in our upfronts, a movie that I am unironically fucking thrilled, so happy is coming. Got its first little teaser yesterday. We got the teaser for Devil Wears Prada 2.
That's really interesting because I never thought the devil would wear like heels, right? Like because like you're in hell, things are on fire. Like, are the shoes fireproof?
See, I wasn't where Jay was coming in with this one today, so I got nothing to throw back at it.
Yeah, no, I am excited for this movie. The first one's a classic. We don't have to. Everyone knows it's a classic.
Anybody who's been watching this show for a long time knows that I will like. I was the one that was calling that the Barbie movie was going to be great long before it came out. Everybody's like, "Really? You're looking forward to the Barbie?" I'm like, "Yes." Greta Gerwig doing Barbie? Yes, I will. I will absolutely watch, and I was right. And I love The Devil Wears Prada, and I will watch The Devil Wears Prada too because I love Anne Hathaway, and I love Stanley Tucci, and I love Emily Blunt, and I love Meryl Streep. Like, tell me why I wouldn't watch this movie.
Because it would be 3.5 hours long.
Yeah, they're not going to do that to me.
No, they won't.
God damn it, Jimmy C. 3 hours and 15 minutes. Right? And I love somewhere in an interview, he was like, "It's okay, just come back and watch it again and you'll see the part that you missed." I'm like, fuck you.
That.
Yeah. Can't stand it. Can't stand it. Someone in our YouTube chat saying that they live in a town with a 4th-tier cinema franchise. Coming attractions like the Woolworths of cinema. Oh, that's a bummer. Let's go look, because I know what town you're in.
Yes, if you follow us, we don't typically know your address.
A story. Oh, there's a no. Sorry, I gotta look. Oregon. It's the Astoria Gateway Cinemas. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay. Yeah. If they don't even have the good seats or nothing, it really is like it's like a third, fourth tier. Oh, I'm so sad for them. I almost bought a movie theater at one point. Before I bought the game store, I almost bought a movie theater.
What?
Yeah. In Everett.
You mean to tell me we could have been having like after dark events in a movie theater?
I really, looking back, if you were going to be like, what's your one regret? I loved owning my game store, but I'll tell you this. Some days I'm like, I should have bought the movie theater. Like there was reasons we didn't buy it, but I'm like, oh, maybe I should have bought the movie theater. It'd have been fine. And yeah, that would have been fun.
Yeah.
So, All right. Well, I suppose with that down, we should probably move into the actual intro. Hello, everyone. Come to you live from our weird home studios. It's the Error Code Show for November 13th. Your place for news, pop culture, politics, gaming, and whatever the hell else we want to talk about. If you want to support the show, if you have Twitch and you have Amazon Prime, you get one free sub with Amazon Prime. If it's linked to your Twitch account, you can give us that Amazon money. We appreciate that. Comment, like, subscribe, and share those videos from our stuff on YouTube. It's free to do, and it helps us beat the algorithm gods. We're on our march to 5,000 subs. We're trying to get there. And then also be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, share us, all those places. It's at the Error Code Show. Jay, how are you doing this lovely, lovely fall evening? Yeah, we're in fall still.
Yeah, I am very hangry, and I'm doing great. Yeah, it could be worse, right? Right. And we have really great topics today, like nothing that's going to be sad and depressing, like talking about consoles or anything like that. So I'm pretty amped about tonight.
Why didn't you eat today? See, I forget to eat, but I'm curious what caused your forgetting to eat today.
My wife wanted something from DoorDash. Perfectly fine.
Sure.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And couldn't do like the direct to me option because it was like, oh, surging, like so busy. And I'm pretty sure the DoorDash driver, because he like kept freezing on the map in different locations, would like, I guess, I don't know, turn his phone off or something. Anyways, he was just driving around just picking up a shit ton of orders. So after like 2.5 hours, I had to cancel the order. And the thing that sucks is like it's not terribly far. It's like a 10-minute drive from my house, but it was like, oh, I want to get ready for the podcast. Like just DoorDash. It'll be simple. It'll be easy. You know,
Yeah.
it's a Thursday night thing. Just DoorDash, work on the podcast,
Sure.
eat some fried chicken. No. But it's all good. I got like a full refund. I'm just hangry.
I think they're, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say about any of that. Stupid DoorDash. Screwed up my co-host. Okay, well, with that, let's move into our first segment tonight, shall we?
Let's go.
All right, let's go. Obviously, anytime Valve decides to announce anything, it's ginormous, humongous, ginormous news. And so yesterday, we actually got a giant announcement out of Valve. Not the first one in this kind of line, but the first one made by Valve. They still can't count to fucking 3, but the long-running rumors are true. They are putting out a Steam home console. We do have some basic technical specs on it. They're like, it's 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck, right? It's an AMD Zen 4. It's a custom GPU from AMD, 16 gigs of DDR5 and 8 gigs of GDDR6 VRAM. There's 2 models, one with a 512 gigabyte hard drive and one with a 2 terabyte drive, both SSDs, right? Why you would have the 512 with a Steam Deck, considering Steam Machine, considering how big video games are, you're gonna load like 4 games on there and it's gonna be gone. Internal power supply, it's got a display port, 4K at 240, 8K at 60 hertz, sports HDR, FreeSync, daisy chaining, HDMI 2.0, 4 type USB-A ports, 2 USB 3 in the front, 2 in the rear. It works with other controllers and PC peripherals. It'll wake up with the Steam controller, and they showed the controller, and I'm going to put this on the screen.
I don't like it.
Because it looks absolutely freaking stupid. I'm trying to figure out, I feel like those little touchpads below the sticks are going to do something. Right?
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm going to be holding it, and my hands are going to brush the touchpads, and something's going to go wrong. And I don't like the controller. I hate to say it, but I still like the basic like 360 style Xbox controller. So far, this and the PlayStation 2, like kind of a toss up. But yeah, that controller looks terrible. The thing itself basically looks like a box. It doesn't look like anything. Apparently that front plate is removable, so you can put like custom shit on the front plate here. I'm sure they'll sell that. Aside from that, it's a small form factor. So that's what we know so far. The only thing that they haven't talked about is how much the damn thing's gonna cost. Right? And that's where this is where I am on this thing. So toss it over to you for a second, Jay. You heard about this, you saw the specs, you know quite a bit about PCs and things. What is your first like initial impression of what they're putting out here?
Yes. So my very professional technical review is that everything's dumb. It's stupid. It sucks. The design sucks. You're not Apple. What the fuck are you doing? The controller is ugly. Like, are the bottom touchpads like supposed to be like rubbing your nipples? What is that? Like, what is going on? And also, it's just, yeah, my gaming PC is like way better. Like, I don't know. What did they say? 6 times better than a
Steam Deck.
Steam Deck. So yeah, I don't know. My gaming PC is probably 6 times better than this like box of shit. So I'm hungry. So I will do an honest review. This is my honest review. We're going to edit that first part out. it fucking sucks. That's my first initial. What are your thoughts, Alex?
I mean, it's a mid-tier gaming PC. That's really what it's a mid-tier gaming PC in a small form factor.
Yeah.
So again, it's a semi-custom GPU. Tough to say whether that's going to be good. Apparently the RAM slots are upgradable. There's some certain things that are upgradable, but the GPU and the CPU I don't think are. And so you're locked in. It's again mid-tier. The two things that I'll say is if you couldn't use other controllers with it, I would say it's a piece of garbage, right? I'm going to use whatever controller I want with it if I get it because that controller looks terrible. Yeah. That being said, again, I don't know why you're coming out with a 512 gigabyte version. It makes no sense to me. That's not big enough to do anything with. I know because of the issues that I've got with my gaming PC and what I have to unload and reload and re-download and change when I get new games. 2 terabytes kind of the minimum right now. The upside to this is this. There has been many times in my life where I've been like, man, I would love to play my Steam library on my giant TV in my living room, right? And I've thought that would be nice to be able to play the games that I only own on Steam in my living room, right?
All right, just move your computer downstairs.
Now, and again, so this is it. One is move the computer, and this is a smaller form factor. If I want to leave something in my living room, aesthetically, this is just nicer to have around, right? So I'm very meh on this. Here's what's going to turn it for me. I'm betting right now, and let's open our little envelopes and somebody come back later when they release the price on this. I think the 512 gigabyte one is $799, and I think the 2 terabyte one is $1,099. And
No.
this is where I think they're going to fall down. Because even with the expanse of how much a PS5 is right now, right? I don't think you can get it into the range of the other console prices. I don't think you're going to get it down with those specifications to $549. And so I think you are going to severely limit your market of, I have an extensive Steam library and I really want to be able to play in my living room without moving my fucking PC. That's really the market here. Right? So that's why I think this is a problem for them. Is I don't think so. What did I just say? $799 for the 512 and $1099 for the 2 terabyte at best. Yeah. At best. Okay. And I won't be surprised if the 2 terabyte version is closer to $11.99 or $12.99 when they launch it. I mean, no. Do you see any flaw in my logic there?
So the only thing I could think of is, so they have to be going into this understanding that if they're going to be competitive, they have to not make money on this console, period. Because Xbox does not make money off their console. They lose money on their console. They make money on accessories and all the games and everything like that. So the only way that you can get into the console market, in my opinion, is bringing your PC, like you said, play your PC games on the TV. So, or you want to get into PC gaming, but you don't want to build your own PC. It's very convenient. You have this stupid little box, like, I don't know, Hellraiser cube. And then you can play all the PC games that everyone else can play, but they have to be willing to lose money on the console. And I don't know if they're going to take that route with it.
I generally agree with you. And so this is the other problem that they've got. Somebody in the YouTube chat's bringing this up right now. Do they have an exclusive game for launch? You can't have an exclusive game. It's not possible. It runs on Steam OS, which means any game you put on it is on Steam. It's on PC. So it's literally impossible. Now, that being said, one of the things that's been bandied about the last 24 hours is, will Valve finally learn to count to 3? Could you launch this with Half-Life 3, with like a cool faceplate cover for Half-Life 3, and maybe a specialized Half-Life 3 controller, and maybe if you buy a Steam console, you get some cool in-game shit for Half-Life 3. Do I see them possibly doing that? Yes. And would that buoy the initial sale of these consoles? It absolutely would. But an exclusive game, I'm trying. I could probably be convinced to buy this if it was less than $700. Right?
Yeah.
But I don't think it's gonna be. Even if we go with your theory that they have to lose money on this console, they're gonna lose $50 on each unit. Okay, but they're gonna make it up with Steam games, right?
Yeah.
And we already know what Steam's cut is. It's big. Okay? Yeah. Sure. Maybe. Right? But I don't think it's going to be 700. I think it's going to be closer to 8, 9, or 1,000. And I think that right there, especially in this economy, I think you've priced everybody out.
Yeah. 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 At 700 and lower, smart. Above 700, I don't see them surviving in this, or like, I guess, breaking into this market. Like, I don't. Nope.
See, like the Steam Deck, when they released that at least made some sense, right? Yes. I want to be able to play my Steam games on the go and with cloud saves and everything else. I can be playing Cyberpunk 2077 on my PC, sync my cloud save to my Steam Deck, and then I can get on the bus and play Cyberpunk. Right? That actually makes a certain amount of sense, right? It's the portability of the Steam Deck makes you go, okay, I get why you did this, right? And I've had a lot of people tell me they really like their Steam Decks, right? But again, I'm trying to see who the market for this is. Yeah, console players who can't play PC exclusive games that are only out on PC.
But then I would urge you, because it's not hard, I would urge you, just watch a YouTube video and build your own PC. Like, yes, it's going to be larger than the Hellraiser cube. I agree. But you can upgrade it whenever you want. Like, don't buy it. If it's above 700, don't buy it.
Not with these specs.
No.
I mean, that's the thing. I want to know more. 28 CUs, 2.45 gigahertz GPU, max sustained clock. For gaming at 60 FPS with FSR. I want to see. Somebody's going to have to run some crazy benchmarks once this thing comes out. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm really curious. Really, it's going to be all about the price. Especially with that 2 terabyte model, which is the only one I think is worth buying.
Yeah.
That's it. You know. Also, and here, there's so many things I keep running into. SteamOS, does it have I gotta look this up. Does it have Discord? Because or something like that. Um, yeah, the problem is that for like multiplayer games, everybody plays on Discord or they used to play on Vent, things like that. The fact of the matter is, how are you going to do multiplayer with the Steam console, right? Where people want to talk to each other. Like, is there going to be integrated voice chat?
I mean, there would have to be.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. I love Valve. I think they're a great company. They're a super smart company. I don't know who the market this is. I don't know who this is for. I really don't. Okay. Well, that's all we got to say on this topic. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Are you planning on picking up this new Steam console? What do you think of that weird looking controller? Okay. Yeah. I don't even know. For those of you in the chat, thank you for hanging out here. If you have any topics you wanted us to talk about, go ahead and throw those in the chat. We'll try and get to those later in the show. I wonder if it'll be at CES. Maybe. 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 I don't think they're gonna. Well, it depends on whether they're retailing it. Are they gonna sell it at Best Buy? Like, I don't know if they're direct selling this. I don't know if it's going to Target. Like, they just announced this yesterday, so there's not a lot of information yet.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, and I'm responding to somebody in the YouTube chat who's talking about building a PC. They're like, I have too many projects already. I don't want to build a PC. Here's the thing. You can get actually what's better than this spec-wise as a pre-built for like $1,000 at Costco. Right?
That's true. That is true.
Okay. Like, there is plenty of decent system integrators out there, like iBuyPower, like CyberPower, and they do pre-builts with decent specs, perfectly respectable OEM shit in there, 40 series, 50 series, good stuff. And they're also, the difference is because they use OEM motherboards, those ones are fully upgradable, right? So you can literally just go, boop, boop, and toss in better RAM or put in a better graphics card, right? Like, which you can't do with this Steam system. So, getting rural gamers, maybe. Excuse me. All right, Jay, this next topic is yours, and I was kind of curious where you were going with this. So, Jay, take us away.
Yeah. So I'm going to need your help on pulling up some images here. So the rise of collecting shit in the scalper market. So yesterday, the special edition K-pop dolls, which is a 3-piece set, went on pre-sale, which is a little weird because it's going to ship after Christmas. Odd. This 3-piece doll set is $150. Now, yesterday it did sell out in about an hour. However, it does look like on their website they're going to do another pre-sale tomorrow? Question mark. But yeah, this is a $150 doll set shipping after Christmas. I don't understand the market behind that. K-pop's hot right now. Christmas is coming. Why are you not shipping to Christmas? But don't worry. Another drop tomorrow. If you missed this one, it was sold out within the first hour yesterday. So make sure that you jump on this and pre-order your $150 doll set within the first 10 minutes of this sale. Now the next one is cool. The next one is a Ninja Turtle. This one is sick. I love this one. I think this one looks badass.
It does.
This is a limited edition Ninja Turtle. I'm I don't know. This looks sick. It looks like they have different heads for different emotions. The only issue is that it is $250. So maybe if you have a kid under the age of 35, do not buy it for them. They're going to wreck it. We're also in 2026 getting an awesome Legend of Zelda Lego set that's going to just break everyone's piggy bank. I think because there was a story done of like people breaking into Lego stores and just stealing Legos, or toy stores and just stealing Legos. This is going to be the number one thing on people's list to steal this time. So anyways, 2026, no money for us whatsoever. And even look at that. That's so sick. I like this. Even in the realm of food, the scalpers are getting us. Going back to K-pop Demon Hunters, they also released character-themed ramen. Because if you watch the movie, each one of them has their like own ramen that they eat. Really, really cool. What a great concept. Yeah, you can't buy it anywhere. I can't find it. No one can find it because scalpers like take it. And this one, don't worry. You can also just buy the ramen on eBay. So for about $50, you can buy your own K-pop Demon Hunter ramen. Sweet, sick. And yeah, this is something that I wanted to chat about. So I'm sure we have all seen the videos of, Grumpy Scrooge, right? In stores, camping out for Pokemon cards. And as like little Timmy's crying, some 40-year-old man is buying all the Pokemon cards so that he can sell them on eBay for like 10 times the cost. I know it happens with Magic cards, right? We are even in COVID times, people do it with toilet paper, which is just insane. But we are living in such a weird time where to be a collector,
Yeah.
right? You either have to like the K-pop dolls, right? You either had to be on the alert, knowing the dolls were going to drop, and be committed to buying those dolls the second it opened up to buy. Same with Magic the Gathering, the Secret Lair sets, right? Or you're going to have to pay like almost double off eBay or some other site, or you just don't get it. And this sucks. And I know, for instance, like the K-pop dolls, they did, you can't buy more than 3 like per address or whatever.
There's ways around that. Yeah.
Exactly. But Alex, how do we fix this issue in our society?
So it depends on the product, right? And so I'm gonna put Magic to the side. Their biggest issue really has been with the scalpers has been like the limited sets and stuff like that. I'm gonna put that aside for a minute. Same thing with Pokemon. For stuff like this, I mean, the fact of the matter is that you make it POD, right? Anything like this, the way that you beat the scalpers is you don't limit the market, right? What scalpers need to have is they need it to have limitation, right? That's the only way this works, right? If Mattel came out and said tomorrow, look, we're going to manufacture as many of these as people order, the scalpers will stop buying them. They just will. Okay? They just will. Okay? That's the number one way to do it. Right? If they just go print on demand and we're going to manufacture as much as we need to manufacture to make sure everybody who really, really wants one gets one, that would be that. Yes, I also know about POD. Thanks for throwing that in the chat. Anyway, that's the simplest way to do it, right? The issue here is that the corporations have no incentive to do so, right? If they say, look, we're only making this many, and screw it, they've made their money. They're done. They've gotten what they wanted out of the transaction, right? And I hate to say it, but consumers don't change their behavior on stuff like this. Like the Ninja Turtle one, I don't think is going to go crazy with the scalping. The K-pop Demon Hunters one I could see. The Lego ones I could see if they make those limited edition, right? Lego typically doesn't do that. They don't do it very often. But Lego just charges you a shit ton for their Legos. That Great Deku Tree is a $300 set, right?
Yeah.
We're just going to charge you a lot of money, okay? And good for Lego, right? The K-pop Demon Hunter stuff doesn't surprise me because it's so hot right now, right? Again, it's the simplest way is to just be like, look, we're going to manufacture as much as we need because we want to make sure the fans get it. They can do other stuff on their back end. The problem that a lot of these companies have, even the ones that do want to kind of fight scalpers, and Wizards had this problem, Pokemon's had this problem too, is you have to harden your website against it, right? There's certain stuff that you've got to code in there to make sure that the scalpers have a harder time using bot farms to just buy up everything, right? Because these scalpers don't want to buy 2, right? They don't make any money that way. They need to buy 50 of them before you do, right? It's scale. And so that's that. For the ramen, I put this in the YouTube chat. I'm glad it was Shin Ramyun, right? Because that's specifically as a Korean brand. It's a Korean staple food. I'm glad they did Shin as the thing that's very fitting for K-pop. Excuse me. I don't know, Jay. What do you think? I mean, is it as simple as I put it, or do you think it's more complicated?
No, I mean, yeah, I don't think corporations are going to do anything. They're making money. They're getting paid, or the majority of them at least aren't going to care, right? Who cares if little girls don't get dolls for Christmas? Well, I'm sorry, they're not getting dolls for Christmas anyways. They're shipping after Christmas. That's a different topic. But yeah, the only other option is just not to buy it, right? Just to burn the scalpers. But the stuff is cool that they buy.
Yeah, and a lot of it, like I was reading an article, like a lot of them moved off shoes. Shoes used to be the big one, right? That market's kind of collapsed, right? So now they're looking for the next market, right? For a while there, it was graphics cards, right? Remember?
Oh, God, yeah.
Remember the great graphics card shortages right around COVID and during the whole crypto mining fiasco, right? When everybody was buying every graphics card under the sun. Yeah, they're going to move around. They're going to move to wherever they think they can make the most money the quickest. So take that for what it's worth. Anyway, what do you guys think? Do you hate the scalpers as much as we do? Is there anything that you've been trying to get lately that scalpers have made difficult for your life? Let us know down in the comments below. Yeah, we're gonna talk about MAGA meltdowns and emails and stuff here in a little bit.
Emails? Oh my
yeah.
God. What
happened?
my. Shock. I am shocked.
I am surprised. To answer somebody's thing from the Discord channel, no, I am not serving that Baja Blast at Thanksgiving. That's terrible. Terrible.
What?
The Baja Blast Pie. Have you not heard about this?
What are we talking about?
Baja Blast Pie. Taco Bell put out a Baja Blast Pie that you could buy. It is Mountain Dew Baja Blast Pie. It's green. It matches your nails, apparently. Jay is just awestruck.
I know exactly what we're having for Thanksgiving dinner now. Freaking Baja Blast Pie. Heck yeah. Are the scalpers gonna get this one? Do I need to like
No,
pre-order
you have to go to your local Taco Bell. Starting
it?
about 7 days ago.
Oh, dang it.
I think they're selling it all the way through though. It's $20. It's sold
$20.
whole.
For
It's a graham crumb crust and topped with whipped cream to make a one-of-a-kind Friendsgiving showstopper. Available nationwide in store for only $19.99. The Baja Blast Pie is sold whole, giving those lucky enough to get their hands on it infinite bragging rights. Yeah.
By the way, don't go to taco.com. It's like the world's saddest.
And
website.
going back to going back to our scalper thing, limited quantities, limit 1 per order. They don't want the scalpers to get the Baja Blast Pies.
Oh my god, Taco Bell is like a champion of the people.
Taco Bell's always been a champion of the people. They've always had the cheapest fast food ever.
Yep.
Right? When you were drunk and broke at 22, you could always go to Taco Bell at 2 a.m. and get a bean burrito for 89 cents.
Yep. And yep. The closest thing in college was a Taco Bell, and that's where everyone went. Like,
yep. And going back to one of the best movies that is in the canon, right? Demolition Man, right? Where all restaurants are Taco Bell because they won the franchise wars, right? And I've done this on this show before, but if you have not watched Demolition Man, that movie is so prescient. It is so ahead of its time. It is like, if you watch it now in 2025, you're going to be like, they made this in the 90s. Like, so much of it, you're like, and it's actually super intelligently written. There's so many little concepts in there that you're like, son of a bitch. You guys really had your finger on what was going to happen. The Baja Blast Pie is how they initiate the franchise wars. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right. Should we move on to MAGA Meltdown?
Yes. Hang on. Let me act surprised again. Hang on. What?
Shock of all shocks, MAGA's having another meltdown. But we've actually got multiple this week. Okay. So let's run through this really quickly. Okay. So first, MAGA started melting down because Trump was doing an interview with Laura Ingraham, and he was starting to talk about H-1Bs again, and he was talking about we need to bring Chinese people into our universities, right? And this sent the America First MAGA faithful fucking spinning. I have been all over Twitter and shit for the last couple of days, and they were losing their minds, right? Like, straight up getting mad at Trump finally. They were like, oh, so this was all just bullshit. And the funny thing to me was, there were so many people being like, yeah, we told you. We told you, MAGA faithful people, that this whole thing was bullshit. It was all bullshit, right? And so they've been freaking out about that interview with Laura Ingraham for a good 2 or 3 days now. Then yesterday, the House Oversight Committee got a hold of some emails that they got a hold of from the Epstein estate. Approximately 22,000 of them, right? That had not been released prior to this. And so they were like, here you go. Blah. And they fucking dumped all of them. Now, they did it in a stupid way in that they're not searchable. They're all image files.
Oh my God.
They're all, it's horribly organized. So I am sure that over the next few days, stuff's going to be trickling out. But a few things have already started coming out, right? There are some emails that intimate that Donald knew the whole time what Jeffrey was up to. Like, shock of all shocks, right? Anybody who's not part of the MAGA faithful, I don't think we really learned anything new. It confirmed a lot of things, right? It opened up some more like lines, right? But I don't think there was anything necessarily new in it. The biggest thing that you could basically say is it confirmed a lot. And what you can say is until Epstein was arrested in 2019 and, killed himself, imprisoned, this guy was running around. I mean, some of the people he's emailing are everybody from New York Times reporters to former White House counsels under Democratic administrations, people connected to the Obama administration, the Clinton administration, like the Trump administration. Like this guy was a black hole gravitational pull for people who wanted power, right? And so you really see this guy was up in some elite circles, which we kind of already knew, but it confirms he was really well connected, and that's why he got away with what he got away with for so goddamn long. Some of the YouTube chats bring up the fissure between the alliance of convenience stores. So that's the other thing that came out. This is, again, more MAGA meltdown. Yesterday, before Adelina Grijalva was sworn in, the White House summoned Lauren Boebert to the Situation Room at the White House to try and convince her to take her name off that damn discharge position. They were calling Nancy Mace, and apparently she was just ducking their phone calls for 3 days. They were trying to get those two to take their names off the discharge petition before Adelina Grijalva was sworn in, because they knew the minute she was sworn in, her name was going on that thing. Yesterday, she was sworn in, and her name went on it. And, to actually my surprise, neither Nancy Mace nor Lauren Boebert pulled their names off. Right? So the discharge petition is going through. Supposedly it's going to get voted on next week. And the rumor that's going around the Republican caucus right now is that it's not going to just be the 218. That there's about 40 to 50 more Republicans that when it hits the floor are going to vote yes. So that's kind of the broad overview. Jay, you saw, I'm sure, all this stuff kind of floating around. I guess a few questions to you. Were you surprised by anything that came out of those emails, first off?
I mean, no. Definitely not yet. I mean, like you said, there's a lot to go through. I didn't realize that they were all like image files, right? Which, like, I mean, I can write a Python script to take in all the image files and translate them into a Word doc, by the way. But I'm sure someone's already done it and they're already combing through it. But I didn't learn anything. The thing that really is disgusting to me is calling women up and urging them to like change their vote so that the Epstein files are not released is like the most disgusting thing that I don't know. I want to say this is the most disgusting thing I've seen from our little Cheeto man, but I'm sure that's not true.
To me, what's interesting about this is they're talking out both sides of their mouths, right? They're simultaneously being like, "What? There's nothing to worry about. Trump, it's fine." Like, what? We've already told you everything. There's nothing to see here, right? While at the same time trying to do everything in their power to make sure this discharge petition doesn't happen, right? Which makes them look guilty as shit, right? And the MAGA on that side, they're sticking to the talking points like, see, there's nothing in here that says he specifically raped a little girl, you know? Like, But it's like, yeah, but the whole thing is adding up, right? At the very least, you knew everything. You knew everything, Donnie. You knew. Okay? And you've been defending him, and you've been defending Ghislaine, and you knew all of it. What do you think of that? Do you think that the rumor is true that when the vote finally comes out next week, they're going to have 40 or 50 more Republicans jump on? Do you think this is finally the cracks starting to show? Between this and the election results last week, I don't think this White House has been weaker.
Yeah, I feel like you have to change your vote. You already know it's getting released. Like, it's not, you can't stop it. And
see, I think they can. I think they're going to stop it. I don't think they're actually going to come out. Because let's go spicy Mr. Rogers, right?
Oh, God.
Okay, so we got at least 218 votes in the House. That's awesome, right? So it's going to pass the House. That same bill has to go to the Senate and not be filibustered. In order for it to not be filibustered, you got to have every Democrat plus 12 Republicans decide, yeah, we're going to let this vote go through, right? Because you got to get past that pesky filibuster that we were just talking about with the shutdown. And even then it has to go to Donald Trump's desk. And you think he's not going to veto it? Okay, so he vetoes it. Now it goes back. Now you need to get a veto-proof majority in the Senate. You got to get 66 senators to go, yep, fuck you, we're doing this. And I don't see it happening. I think the cracks are showing, but I don't think you're going to get 18 Republicans in the Senate to dump on him now. Not yet.
I don't know. I don't know. We've seen crazier stuff. Like, we really have. Like, we're living in a world of Baja Blast Pie, and we're living in a world where Anakin went within 30 minutes to just hacking and slashing younglings in the Jedi Temple. Maybe I'm too optimistic. I need to go back to being hangry, but I don't know. I think there's hope,
I mean, I kind of hope I'm wrong, right? Yeah. I kind of hope I'm wrong. I really do, but I think it's going to get to him. He's going to veto it. And now here's the thing, that could put another crack in the armor, right? Like, again, this White House right now, the fact that he couldn't get Boebert or Nancy Mace to back off, that means that they're politically, the White House is weak right now, and everybody knows it.
I mean, in the world of cracks, like, this is a pretty gaping crack.
Well, and again, I think after the election results last week, after the whole Utah thing, the California thing, I think everything else, I think the Republicans are almost to the point where they're about this close to just giving up on the midterms, where they're just like, we know we're screwed and there's nothing we can do about it. So fuck it. And so he's already a lame duck. He can't run for re-election, right? His agenda's been completely derailed. It looks like the Supreme Court's going to overturn the whole tariff thing, and they don't have the fucking votes to institute it through the Senate. It's not going to happen, right? They've shown that the Senate just, they don't have the willpower there. They're not going to nuke the filibuster, right? Because there's enough Senate Republicans that are worried that they're going to be in the minority soon. And that tells you what they're thinking about. They're like, fuck, man, we're going to be in the minority soon. How many Senate seats are up in 2026? 33 seats with a lot of Republican incumbents. What do I see? North Carolina could be a problem for the Republicans. Ohio could be a problem for the Republicans. Believe it or not, Florida might turn into a problem for the Republicans.
I don't know. I think that's a. I'm not going to finish that sentence.
Colorado could be a problem. Oregon's going to be another Democrat. Yeah, like I said, there's going to be some problems with them. I don't know which way this is going to swing. The Democrats have to net, 3 seats? Where could they do it? Who is the weakest ones? North Carolina. Ohio was only an R+5. Alaska's an R+6. Florida's an R+5. I think they can hold on to Georgia. Michigan they can hold on to. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I don't.
Somebody in the YouTube chat brought about Yang or Elon leaping down from the shadows to take him down politically. Elon already basically threw it out there once, if you remember, a couple of months ago. This might have been 6 months ago. As he was getting pushed out of the White House, Elon very publicly said, he's like, yep, he's in the Epstein files. He absolutely is in the Epstein files. Elon already said it. Answer another question. Maine. Yeah, I think Collins could finally lose her seat. I think it's possible. And Ohio's a pickup. There's a chance to pick up the Senate. I think the House is pretty much. I think that the Republicans have basically said that's a foregone conclusion that they're going to lose the House. I don't think they care. I think this thing got out of control for them. I think this administration went so far, so fast that they just. It's been a dumpster fire. Oh, also apparently affordability is a con job. Just to throw that out there too. You know.
I do love when he learned the word affordability. I really love the fact that like our little baby president, when he learns like a new word like groceries and affordability, it's like my favorite thing. I still can't understand how to order this Baja Blast Pie.
You have to go online. You have to go in person.
Yeah, but I can't even like order it
No,
online.
you have to go in person. See, Jay's still in this Baja Blast place, so we're gonna leave politics alone, right? For more of that, watch the entire live stream. What do you guys think? Has the MAGA meltdown just begun? Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Obviously, Jay is very hangry because they're trying to get Baja Blast Pie while we're on air.
Blast. Well, I just want it. We're a podcast.
Yeah.
We can do reviews of food. Like I'm sure the listeners all, let's hear between like YouTube and Twitch, we have 199 listeners live, give or take a few.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the audience is wondering, what does it taste like? I mean, okay, if you've had a Baja Blast, you're probably thinking it tastes like a Baja Blast, but is it good? See?
Eat
Look,
one live next week. All right, we'll see if we can do that. I'll throw that in the rundown. What if the Tech Bros pull support? They already are. That's actually been a thing that if you would watch in a lot of those podcasts, a lot of those Tech Bro podcasts have started to get very skeptical, very publicly skeptical. And again, a lot of it was because of the Epstein stuff. They were like, yeah, he's going to release the Epstein files and da 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 da. And between how overhanded the other stuff has been, and the Epstein stuff, yeah, he's losing a lot of that support. So we're gonna see. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting couple of months here for MAGAville. Now, what's surprising to me is he's now that the discharge position is done, he's just pulling the Band-Aid off. Everybody thought he was gonna wait like a month to schedule the vote. Nope. Next week. There you go. Fucking let's get it over with. So, what if we begin to learn where the crypto money came from is going? We already know a lot of that. It's propping up a lot of stuff. All right. Again, if there's any specific topics you guys want us to talk about besides Baja Blast Pies, for those joining the show a little late, we were talking about the Steam console. We talked about scalping of everything, MAGA meltdowns, and now we're gonna talk about.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna talk about some wars that happened in the stars. Jay, take it away.
Yes. Okay. So, when Star Wars Vision came out, it did something that fans weren't expecting. And honestly, I would say something that Star Wars desperately needed. Lucasfilm Animation Studios from around the world, or they invited studios from around the world to create original Star Wars stories with zero obligation to follow canon. No Skywalker timeline, no need to connect to the main saga, total creative freedom. And what we got was really awesome. From samurai inspired showdowns to musical adventures that kind of didn't make sense but were deeply emotional. And Visions proved something very powerful. Star Wars thrives when creators are allowed to just create. And taking this and fast forward to volume 3, which brought in fresh studios with even bolder ideas. Every episode took Star Wars universe and filtered it to through different lenses, different animation styles, new emotional cores, new voices. But one thing Volume 3 did that really caught everyone's attention wasn't just new stories, it revisited old Star Wars Vision stories. The studio brought back characters from Volume 1, continuing threads that us fans have long kind of speculated about for the last couple of years. And suddenly, it all started coming together. Artistically, emotionally, all came together. But there was one thing that returned that definitely towered above all the other stories, and that was the Ninth Jedi. So when Volume 3 came out, it followed up a short, Child of Hope. The fandom went wild at the time. For the first time, Visions was building an entire universe of its own. And Lucasfilms dropped a really big bombshell recently. Lucasfilms has officially greenlit, for the first time ever, a full anime series continuing the story of the Ninth Jedi. I think this is sick. I personally, I really did like a lot of the storylines with Star Wars Visions. I think they're very unique. I hate the Skywalker storyline. hate's like a strong word that leads to the
Yeah.
dark side. But like, I just like, I'm just tired of it. Like, come
Yeah,
on, we don't need to see
they
it.
need to get away from it. And
Exactly.
yeah,
That's what Visions did, and it's sick. I love it. And
so
what are your thoughts, Alex, about the animation series, The Ninth Jedi, being announced?
So first, to answer a question in chat, it came out 2 weeks ago, and this is actually where I think Visions Volume 3 kind of fell on its face. I didn't know was coming, right? Like, it was like, oh, Visions Volume 3 came out? What the hell? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So put that aside. Okay. I think it's good, right? And the reason I think it's good is, again, it gives the fandom the chance to go, these aren't canon, so we don't gotta like argue or fight. These are just fun things to look at, right? And so I think that's actually good for Star Wars, is to have things outside the canon, things that we can have these interpretations, and we're very clear these are not canon. We're just doing some fun stuff, right? Like, let's just everybody pump the brakes on the canon stuff, right? And so again, yeah, I think it's good. And I think that anime is awesome. There's always been a lot of Japanese influence in Star Wars. And so I think it's appropriate. I think it's cool. I enjoyed, do I think that every episode of Visions has been a banger? No. But has there been stuff in there that I'm like, oh, that was cool? And is there other stuff there that I was like, I don't know what I just watched? Yes, but that's fine. Again, art hits everybody different. And I think it's neat that they're doing a full anime series. Good for that studio. Good for this. Yeah, I don't see a downside here at all, pretty much. So
This gives me kind of like hope for Star Wars. Because when you see something for the first time, it really hits you differently. Like, I remember being in the movie theater when I saw Bumblebee stand up in Transformers, and it was like the sickest thing, at the time. And then you get like Transformers, 38 or whatever, and you're just kind of like over it. You're kind of done with it. Seeing Darth Maul for the first time, sick. Seeing Boba Fett for the first time, sick. Seeing, insert whatever. Seeing these new characters for the first time, it's so amazing, and it's so, I don't know, it resonates with you. But when we stay with like the Skywalker storyline, I think it really limits, and it doesn't do the Star Wars universe justice. And I'm not, I was a little harsh earlier. I don't hate like the Skywalker storyline, but it does have its own place, in cement, 100%, the original OG.
And I think what you're saying is we need to get out of that rebellion era stuff, because we've done it to death, right?
Yeah.
Andor was great, but we're still in the same spot. Rogue One was great, but we're still in the same, like, let's move on. And I agree with you. I think that is what is best for the fandom within the canon. Let's break out of this, 35-year period of galactic history and really like blah. Somebody in the YouTube chat saying Game of Thrones grade series set in the Old Republic. That was the rumor about what James Mangold's Star Wars trilogy was supposed to be. Was like a Sword and Sandals type, like origin of the Jedi, like kind of thing. I think that's still in development. They haven't officially canceled it yet. I would love to see something like that myself as well. Ultimately, I want them to make movies. Mandalorian and Grogu's coming, which is great. That Starfighter movie appears to be filming still. So, there's that. So, I wish I could turn off my memories for some stuff and realize the initial experience again. Even if you don't turn off your memories, again, I took my daughter to see episode 1 last year in the theater when they did the re-release. And it hits differently on the big screen. This is the thing that I think Star Wars is missing is, where's my fucking movies? Okay? Like, I loved The Mandalorian. Andor was great. What's a stupid doing with the kids? I loved that. Why can't I think of the name of it?
Yeah, the Stranger Things style.
Skeleton Crew. Jesus.
There you go.
Skeleton Crew. Loved Skeleton Crew. Thank you, chat. But again, you know, Star Wars hits different on the big screen. I want movies, right? I want to see fleets drop out of hyperspace, you know, and space battles and that stuff, like with that grander scale, right? That you can only get in theatrical. So, yeah, good for Star Wars Visions. Good for stuff. That's kind of where I land on that one.
Nice.
So, also, if you haven't watched Volume 3, go watch Volume 3 because apparently they just dropped it and didn't tell anybody. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. In case you guys couldn't tell, I'm still like getting over like flu fucking crud.
Oh, the flu? I thought it was like an
just
RFA
a fucking
thing.
Case
like,
of the crud this week. That runs us through all of our planned topics for today. So you guys in the chat can go ahead and throw in some topics if you'd like to talk about some stuff. They have
Alex, are we gonna go watch the Predator movie?
I wanted to last weekend, then I got sick on Sunday. I've been sick since. I want to see that. There's like 3 movies in the theaters I need to go see. I need to see Predator Badlands. I want to see The Running Man. There's like 3. Oh, I want to see that new Now You See Me movie. Because I love that franchise.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, there's like 3 movies that I want to go see like right now in the theaters. Fuck, man, I'm gonna have to do that this weekend. I did not get around to watching Alien Earth yet. My TV time has been somewhat limited lately. Jay, did you watch it at all?
I have not. Not yet.
I really liked Alien Romulus. I was hoping that Alien Earth was going to be good.
I think I watched the first 2 episodes. It wasn't terrible. It just I got busy with other stuff. Yeah.
It's on my list of stuff to watch. There's so much stuff that's on my list right now.
And also just like reading lists as well. Like,
oh, look at that. That's pretty.
The X-Men. And yeah. I don't know. There's just so much.
Yeah. Yeah, it was on my list. I need to catch up on some stuff. Apparently Warner Brothers has set a deadline for the bids of November 20th. So the first round of bids for Warner Brothers have got to go in next week. David Ellison pulled the whole, like, a very classic, like I'm feeling spurned right now. You know, like, well, I didn't actually really like her anyway, right? Like, after you get rejected. He came out this week and was like, well, you know, we don't really need Warner Brothers. We have our own plans, you know, so if it works out, that'd be great. But if not, you know, whatever, you know, after he was super fucking aggressive about it. Now he's like, well, you know, I mean, I'm still hoping Apple's going to come in with like an 11th hour good bid. I don't want Comcast or Netflix to get it either.
That's funny.
I don't know. We've been following this one pretty closely. I think Apple's the best fit. I still do. Trying to think. I had some other stuff. did that before. Somebody started our murder bot. Jay's reading comic books now. We need to cut the show, Jay.
No. There's actually some like really cool comics, by the way. That I haven't actually, I guess I like missed. One World Under Doom number 9. So like there's a One World Under Doom comic series going on that I missed. If they're still in the chat, I know we have like an Emma Frost fan. You have an Iron and Frost comic. Oh no. Focus.
There you
Oh,
go.
that looks kind of sick. They actually have like this whole like just like look at all those like #1 issues that got released in like October. That's insane.
Okay. I do have another topic actually. Now I've got 2 sources, so I'm willing to talk about this. I saw it from one earlier, and I generally don't go in for a topic unless I have 2 sources. Now I've got 2. So the Wrap is reporting, as is IO9, the Wrap is reporting that they're confirming that the big bad for Superman 2 is going to be Brainiac.
Ooh.
So that they're saying yes. So we obviously saw that the concept sketch art stuff with Luthor in his big power suit and Superman, and we were like, why would Superman and Lex Luthor team up? Like, who would they need to fight? And who would Luthor be like, all right, I'll deal with you later, Superman. Let's go deal with this guy first. Right? And Brainiac was on the list. So what do you think? Do you think this is a good move, bad move, too soon to bring him in? Like, what's your thought here, Jay?
I like it. I like it because we haven't seen Brainiac on like the big screen yet.
No.
And that's we've seen Lex Luthor, right, before. This isn't the first Lex Luthor. I get tired of superhero movies when you just see the same characters over and
Same
over.
villains.
And over again.
Yep.
Yeah, so like I like it. And I don't know, like yeah, like let's not worry about like the tiny villains. Like let's just fuck it. Let's go. Let's go to Brainiac. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot they can do with great Brainiac. Because you can have like weird robot stuff. You can have all kinds of stuff with Brainiac. Like you could do, because Brainiac could use any manner of things to fight Superman and Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Right. There's all manner of like weird crap they could bring. Supposedly it's going to kick off. So yeah, production of the film is set to kick off in Atlanta in April for a July 9th, 2027 release. Yeah. I think this holds a lot of possibilities. Who do you see now I want to know who they're going to cast as Brainiac. See, that's a tough one. Who do you cast as Brainiac? That's really, really hard. And I almost think they got to go for an unknown, like somebody new.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other thing they announced was they're doing a Jimmy Olsen show, right? So remember Jimmy Olsen from the movie. They're going to do a Jimmy Olsen show. American Vandals showrunner Skylar Gisondo. Oh no, sorry. Skylar Gisondo is going to reprise his role with season 1 focusing on Gorilla Grodd.
It's interesting.
Yep. Peralt and Yacenda doing the show running. I mean, he was an interesting character in the movie. But what Why the... Look, do what you want to do, James. But can I point something out? Where the fuck's my Batman movie?
It's in the shadows.
Where the fuck is Batman?
Shadows.
We got our Lantern show coming, but apparently that got pushed back. Supergirl's coming. Great. Love it. Right? Where the fuck is Batman? Your DCU is nothing until you figure out Batman. I'm sorry. I will have no faith in this version of the DC universe until we have a Batman. Okay? I'm not buying it. You know? I mean, do you disagree with me, Jay? Because again, I think this whole thing is suspect until we figure out who Batman is. And how he's going to interact with Superman.
I mean, yeah, you can't have the Boy Scout without like the Son of Darkness.
Oh, somebody in the YouTube chat brought up an interesting casting. Noah Wiley. And if he wasn't 54, I would absolutely say yes. And it would also be fitting because also George Clooney was Batman at one point. So fuck it. Noah Wiley should be Batman. You know what? Because George Clooney was. That way both guys from ER could have been Batman. Glenn Powell. Well, you know what? That's a name I don't hear floated for Batman a lot. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. He's young enough to do it for a while. Because you don't want somebody too old. You need a Batman who can be Batman for at least 10 years. 10 to 12 years. We know that it's supposed to be Brave and the Bold, so it's not going to be a young Batman, right? Because we're going to be 2 to 3 Robins deep by the time we get there. What do you think of Glenn Powell? He's purdy.
I think it would make sense. Like, he is on fire right now in Hollywood. He has been in multiple things recently.
And he's in that new Running Man movie we were just talking about.
Running Man, Twisters, Top Gun, Maverick,
Spy Kids 3D Game Over.
Expendables 3, Hidden Figures. He has like really good range.
He does.
Yeah, I would be. I think I would be okay with this. Yeah.
Powell would be a good Bruce Wayne, not sure about Batman. That's always been a struggle for them with doing Batman in live action. Is you're either a good Bruce Wayne or you're a good Batman. Like Clooney was a great Bruce Wayne. I don't think he was a good Batman. Part of that was the writing, right?
The nipples also sucked.
The nipples were also bad, right? I think Christian Bale was a decent Batman, but not a great Bruce Wayne. Right? So, young Mr. Pullman, no, I don't like that. I don't like that for him. Powell's not a bad, yeah, he's not a bad casting for this. Honestly, I think they want somebody bigger, but he could get big. Scott Eastwood, I don't like. He's also that extra couple years he's got on Glenn Powell. He's a little old for it. So how old is David Cornsweet? He's what, 32? Yeah, about right. So I see your Batman being between 35 and 40 at the oldest. Josh Hartnett's too old. Way too old. He's 47. I don't think they're going to cast anybody over the age of 40. Again, you need somebody who can play this role for 10 years. You have to. Yeah, again, Glenn Powell, I could see that. Jeremy Allen White's too small. He's 34. I don't even know, how tall is he? I don't think he's big enough. Yeah, he's my height. He's 5'7". Nope. Nope. You can't stand him next to David Cornsweet. That does not work. Because how tall? David Cornsweet's 6'4". Chalamet is too small. He's also too small. He's not tall enough. He's only 5'10". You might be able to get away with it with Chalamet, but I don't think Chalamet wants it. He's already locked in on one franchise that took over his life for a decade with Dune. I don't think he wants it. Wyatt Russell's not a terrible idea. Again, he's kind of pushing it on age. I don't think he's pretty enough to be Batman, to be Bruce Wayne. Yeah. The Jedi Quest books. Oh, we're back to those. Yeah, somebody was asking about those in the chat, the 90s X-Wing or the 90s Star Wars novels. Did you read those?
I was really into the Jedi Quest, which I had to actually look up. It came out in 2001 and ran from 2001 to 2004. But I read some of them, but the Jedi Quest series I was obsessed with.
Oh, so it's like Anakin. Oh. Young reader series, but you'd watch Obi-Wan and Anakin. Oh, so it's all about Anakin's training as a young person pre-episode 2.
Yeah. And then there's also I'm having trouble trying to find it, but there's another book. I'm pretty sure it was a series where it was all about Obi-Wan Kenobi as the apprentice to Qui-Gon Jinn.
Oh, I remember that one.
I can't figure out what that was called. But yeah, we're on a completely different topic now.
We're bouncing around. This is the end of the show. Liam Hemsworth is pretty enough. I don't know if he can carry a franchise like that. Not for Batman. I just don't know. That one's iffy.
Yeah, Liam, have you watched the new Witcher?
No.
I haven't either.
Nope.
You know why?
Because it's not Henry Cavill. And somebody brought up Henry Cavill as Batman, and no, A, he's too old, and B, it's too on the nose. Right?
Yeah.
Bringing him back as Batman in the new DCU, where he used to be Superman, is too on the fucking nose. And James Gunn's not going to do that. Yeah. It's too on the nose, and he's too old. I have no doubt, actually, that Henry will appear in the new DCU as something. Right? They're going to throw him in there for something, for fun. But it's not going to be to be Batman. Right? And again, it's actually like them not having Batman is the thing that I think is the weakest part about DCU right now. It's the part that's bothering me the most. And I think it's critical, right? You can fumble Wonder Woman and you can put off Wonder Woman a little while. You can put off The Flash a little while. Okay. You're packing through right now, right? We already got some lanterns. Cool. Okay. We're building our little Justice League out. Okay. But you need a fucking Batman, right? The DCU ain't shit without Batman. I'm sorry. It's just not. Pretty sure Liam is free to crash in the Witcher franchise. That's the problem. I don't think Liam can carry a franchise. Again, much like David Corn Sweat, I think it's gonna be somebody we have no idea who it is. Alan Richson has been very, very clear that he wants to play Batman. Really, really bad. Right? He told James Gunn he would do it for free.
He is so huge. I want him to be Batman. I do.
It would definitely be a different take on Batman than we've seen. I don't think he needs dark hair. Val Kilmer didn't have dark hair when he played Batman. Christian Bale didn't really have dark hair when he played Batman. It was like a sandy kind of color. I don't think he needs to be dark haired. I think that's something that's kind of beating our heads from comic books and the stuff. Again, I don't think it's Richson, but he's definitely he has made it known he wants the part.
I mean, fuck it, dude. Like, just give it to him. Save money on your budget. Spend the budget elsewhere. Like, and I feel like I've been following him for freaking forever. Like, ever since Blue Mountain State. Which if you haven't seen that, go watch it. But yeah, he's 6'3".
Is he only 6'3"?
He's only 6'3".
Ooh, he's a little old.
I know. Don't say that. Don't say that.
He's a little old to play Batman.
He's a little old, but I'm okay with that. Let's go Batman. Batman Beyond, right? We're old Bruce Wayne. I'm fine with that. Alan is just...
I really thought he was taller than 6'3".
He's 240 pounds of just pure Batman muscle, dude.
I figured he was at least 6'5". Huh.
Alex, you're not above 6 foot. You don't have a say.
Just saying. I thought he was taller.
I mean, he does in the Reacher show. He looks a lot taller than 6'3", because he just towers above everyone. But the dude is huge.
Yeah.
Like,
oh no, he's massive. Yeah. Again, I don't think he's gonna do it. Oh, dude, hang on. He may have had another interview recently. He is in talks. When did this come out? 6 days ago. There's a conversation that he's having with them. He's in talks. I don't think it's Batman though.
Okay, if it's not Batman, this guy has to be in the DCU somewhere. He is.
I want him to be Martian Manhunter.
Dear God, what? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never considered him, like, that character to be ripped. Like, hang on.
He can be ripped.
Well,
he can be whatever he wants.
Yeah, you got me on that one. That's fair.
Oh
God.
Hang on, somebody's making a suggestion. Okay, there you go. Brandon Sklenar from 1923. He was in It Ends With Us. He was in that Drop movie. He's got a couple of things on his filmography. Um, yeah. He's only 35. He's 6'2". You'd have to bulk him up. He's definitely too skinny. Um, there's a Reddit thread about this. Yep. You're not the only person that's thought about that. And he's got the look. Yeah, I could see him. I could see him as Batman. Again, you'd have to bulk him up, but that's what they do. I mean, have you ever seen like Hugh Jackman's workout routine to become Wolverine whenever he goes to play the character?
Oh my god.
It's insane.
Yeah, I can't remember if I think it was an interview where he said that he would set his alarm, he would wake up at 2 a.m. and he would have a protein shake next to his bed and he would chug it and then go back to sleep because he had such a hard time putting on muscle. Like he just had to put like just continuously just chug like so much protein all the time. Which, fun fact, if you've never taken a lot of protein shakes, you have horrible gas.
Oh yeah.
Horrible gas.
Yeah. Not good. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. So yeah, I can see Skladar again. You got to bulk him up. He's too skinny to be Batman right now. Yeah, that's not a bad pick. Again, I like Martian Manhunter though. But again, you can put off those characters. You can't put off Batman anymore. I'm surprised we haven't gotten any announcements. Nothing.
That might be part of it, right? Like keep it a secret.
So I don't think so. There was a leak a couple of weeks ago. James Gunn actually said something, right? Damn it, stop showing me ads.
God.
What did he say? Oh, Andy Muschietti said something. Because they had just finished, they were doing press for that new It show on HBO that Andy Muschietti is involved with. And he said we have to wait a couple months to say anything. And he kind of let it slip. So I think we're going to hear something around the first of the year. I think they've already got him cast. I think
so too. Like I think James Gunn 100%. He's like sitting there and he's like, you know what? I'm not going to name who Batman is because I know it's going to drive Alex crazy.
Yeah, that's what James Gunn worries about. It's driving me crazy. All right, folks. I think that's going to be it for tonight. So we were a couple minutes late tonight, but you know we're sticking around with you for a little while longer. It was a great show. Again, go back and like, comment, share, do all that stuff for us so that we can, beat the algorithm gods. If you miss any part of the show, you can always check it out. It'll be up on YouTube in literally a few short minutes. Yeah. Jay, would you like to take advantage of the lovely people?
Good night, everyone, and tune in next week and a pie.
Yes.
Baja
We're going to see if we get a Baja Blast Pie for next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.